Dolly Parton stepped back into the spotlight in a way that caught everyone's attention, and for good reason. At 79 years old, the country music legend quietly acknowledged a period of health challenges, and now her public return is as much about resilience as it is about celebration. Today, we unpack everything: the health concerns that put her on pause, the heartfelt message she delivered, the public reaction, and why this moment feels like a turning point in a career that spans decades. Let's start where the concern began. In late September 2025, Dolly announced that she would postpone her upcoming Las Vegas residency, a 6-concert run at the Coliseum at Caesars Palace, originally scheduled to begin December 4th. She cited health challenges and mentioned that her doctors had told her she needed a few procedures. In her own words, she described it lightheartedly as "time for my 100,000-mile checkup." But the tone beneath the humor carried weight. The show she wanted to give her fans couldn't be fully prepared under the circumstances. She said, "I'm not going to be able to rehearse and put together the show that I want you to see and that you deserve to see." That announcement rippled through her fan base and industry alike, because at her age, at her scale, pulling back is rare. Then came the added ripple of concern when her sister, Frida Parton, posted a message on social media asking fans to pray for her big sister. Many of you know she hasn't been feeling her best lately. The post triggered alarm. Frida later clarified, "She's been a little under the weather. I simply asked for prayers because I believe so strongly in the power of prayer." Yet the damage was done. Speculation swirled that Dolly was much worse off than she let on. On October 8th, 2025, Dolly confronted that speculation head-on in a video she shared on Instagram and other social channels. Sitting on the set of a commercial shoot for the Grand Ole Opry, she looked straight at camera and said, with characteristic wit and candor, "Do I look sick to you? I'm working hard here." Then came the headline grabber: "I ain't dead yet." She leaned into the humor, because that's Dolly. Big hair, brassy voice, laughed at Phil's arome. But the message behind the joke was serious. She was reinforcing that though she had health issues, they were not life-threatening, and she intended to keep going. She said, "I want you to know I'm okay. I've got some problems. Nothing major. I let a lot of things go that I should have been taking care of." Her candid admission touched a nerve, a star confessing that amidst a marriage of nearly 60 years, the death of her husband earlier that year, Carl Dean had died in March at age 82, and the demands of career after decades, she had neglected her own well-being. She added, "But I wanted you to know that I'm not dying. I'm not ready to die yet. I don't think God is through with me, and I ain't done working." That video appearance marked the first definitive public marker of her health journey, and then crucially came the major appearance. On November 19th, 2025, Dolly missed the live induction ceremony for her beloved theme park, Dollywood, at the annual convention of the International Association of Amusement Parks and Attractions in Orlando, Florida. She addressed it via video message. "I sure wish I could be with you in person today, but you probably heard that I've been dealing with a few health challenges this fall, and my doctors told me to take it easy for just a little while." She thanked the organizers, thanked her team, thanked the community. "From the bottom of my heart, thank you for this honor. And remember that I will always love you." While this wasn't a red carpet live appearance in the way she once dominated them, the fact that she recorded and delivered the message, visibly and publicly, signals a return. Her voice, her presence, her energy were back. And the public reaction? Overwhelmingly positive. Fans flooded social media with messages of relief, admiration, and loyalty. One echoed sentiment that she embodies hope. Yes, she's human. Yes, she's vulnerable. But also, yes, she's still Dolly. Let's pause and dig into the background, because this moment cannot be fully appreciated without understanding the magnitude of her career, her influence, and her personal life chapter she's in. Dolly Rebecca Parton was born in 1946 in rural Tennessee, the fourth of 12 children. She grew up in a one-room cabin, taught by her parents the value of hard work, family, and faith. She burst into national consciousness with songs like Jolene and 9 to 5, became a crossover star who acted in films, launched businesses, and created the Imagination Library, a philanthropy that has gifted millions of books to children. Her theme park, Dollywood, in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, is a major tourist destination, employing thousands and drawing millions of visitors. She is iconic, yes, for sequins and humor and showmanship, but also for her generosity, her resilience, and her ability to connect. In recent years, she has not slowed down. Her 2023 album, Rockstar, showed she still had creative fire, collaborating with rock legends. Her 2024 release, Smoky Mountain DNA, Family, Faith, and Fables, dug deep into roots and story. She celebrated her 75th wedding anniversary, though her husband, Carl Dean, who had largely stayed out of public view, passed away in March 2025 at age 82. She announced at the time, "Words can't do justice to the love we shared for over 60 years." So when health news surfaced, it felt bigger than just a routine checkup. It felt like a star of her magnitude revealing a rare moment of humanization. The icon, under strain, choosing to slow down, to heal, to reset. The stakes were high because the expectation for Dolly was always that she'd continue dazzling. But for a moment, she reminded us that she's still subject to the vulnerabilities we all share. Now, let's examine what her major appearance looked like. Not full-blown live performance, but a visible step back into the public sphere. Video messages, social media posts, acceptance of honors, this counts. Fans saw her, heard her, got the message. She was still in action. The imagery matters. The spark in her eyes, the smile despite everything, the acknowledgement of mortality without surrender. And the timing couldn't be better. Just as her 80th birthday looms, she will turn 80 in January 2026, she's at a junction. Legacy meets living. She said previously, "I ain't got time to get old. I ain't got time to dwell on that." She's channeled those words into this chapter, acknowledging her health but refusing to let it define her or dictate the end of the story. We should also look at how the industry and public are reacting. Colleagues, fans, entertainment outlets, many praised her transparency and reinvention. Some reminded each other that the show must go on, but right now, the show is about recovery and respect. There's talk of her rescheduled Las Vegas residency now set for September 2026, giving her time to heal and prepare properly. Ticket holders were notified of refunds or transfers. She said plainly, "I just need a little time to get show ready." That's an admission of limitation, rare among major stars, and a refusal of downgrade. In the broader context of celebrity culture, this moment offers lessons: how to be transparent with fans, how to manage health and public image, and how to allow for vulnerability without giving in to tragedy. Dolly has always been larger than life, but here she showed us what it looks like to step behind the curtain a little bit, admit the strain, and nonetheless shine. What comes next? We can expect several threats. First, her book, star of the show, My Life on Stage, released November 11th, 2025, a career-spanning memoir that has made headlines showcasing her reflections on life, art, and legacy. Second, her philanthropic work continues. She said receiving her honorary award made her dream up new ways to help lift people up. Third, the Las Vegas residency still looms, now with more breathing room, and fans are hungry for what that show will look like after the pause. Fourth, the holiday season, for which she's reportedly already decorating and planning, is a moment of joy and renewal for her home, her family, her brand. And finally, the message she left is simple yet profound, that no matter how monumental your career, no matter how many stages you've conquered, you're still human. You still need rest. You still need care. You still need to choose health. And you can still decide you're not done yet. "I ain't done working," she declared. That's not bravado. That's commitment. So as we watch the next chapter of Dolly Parton's journey unfold, let's hold on to that image. The wild-haired country queen, heart full of stories, voice still ready to sing, acknowledging her setbacks, embracing her strength, and reminding us all, standing back up is part of the story. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.